次和肖邦一起交流，总觉得这是一个充满爱和家庭价值的一个独立品牌，非常独特的存在。Alpeneagle 这个系列代表了对自然、对家庭、对制表工艺的爱，所以我们今天就来和全球总裁卡尔一起探索 Alpeneagle。St. Moritz. Back to the 1980s, I think the atmosphere is sporty and especially you love the nature. So would that be the initial concept to have the watch like St. Moritz?
Yes, well, I like the outdoors. I like skiing a lot. I still do. And I wanted to have a watch that I could do all these things, look good when you went out at night. That's how the idea of the St. Moritz came about. And 40 years later, the Alpeneagle is a successor, but we added more of the sustainability idea because today this is what we need to be careful about.
The story really started when I walked into the office of my father one day. I saw this watch and he told me it was St. Moritz.
It's actually your son persuade you to have the St. Moritz to like revamp into the Alpeneagle we see today. And at the very beginning, you're not very convinced. Can I know why?
Because simply we had a lot of different collections already. In order to launch a new collection, it needs a lot of effort, a lot of financial effort. And I was a little bit concerned. But otherwise, I really like the idea. Now, my concern is no longer a financial one, but it's more production issue now, as we cannot fulfill all the orders that we are getting.
Which part you think is the best of the Alpeneagle?
Well, the Alpeneagle watch is really a perfect demonstration of the integrated production from producing the basic raw material, making the entire watch in-house, and of course the entire movement, which is something that 40 years ago was not the case. It's a great satisfaction to see that we are so independent and capable of doing all these things in-house.
It really represents the capacity and the full power of the watchmaking for Chopard. And the dial making is tremendous.
This watch really represents the best of what Chopard can do. This is only the beginning because we have many more ideas, more complications to come. My aim is to integrate even more interesting movements going forward. This is really still something that I'm looking forward to do.
In the whole series of the Alpeneagle, you use the lucent steel and the aesthetical gold, which pay the tribute to the value of the nature.
The idea of the recycled steel came about when we said that Alpeneagle really needs to represent some strong ideas about sustainability. It took a while to find the right partner to develop this steel. It's not only recycled but harder and more shiny than the conventional steel we used so far.
The further thing you do is the Alpeneagle Foundation.
The Alpeneagle Foundation is supposed to support projects which are connected to the Alpine regions, which unfortunately has been upset over the past decades. And one of the important projects is the reintroduction of the Alpeneagle, the white-tail eagle, in the lake and mountain districts. And a lot of progress has been made.
Alpeneagle is combined with the craftsmanship and also pay the respect to the nature. Especially we see the Chinese edition to pay the tribute to Danxia, the color. It can show how wonderful the nature is.
When I first saw pictures of this incredible mountain range, I was very enthusiastic about the idea of creating a dial where the color would match this incredible red. I'm very proud about the fact that the only thing I still hope for is, of course, to be able to go there myself.
As an independent brand, especially still the family running, the way Chopard treat the retailer and wholesale and everyone around the Chopard has a family value. Would that be your key vision of the Chopard?
We're the only ones in the watch industry who worked with 3 generations of one family. I think that goes to show, how important family values are for us. Very often when we have visitors, one of the first comments they would make is, we can feel that there is an atmosphere here in your company that we don't find otherwise. We can feel that there is a family spirit. This is wonderful.
Yeah, true. I feel the same way. Every time I have the time with the Chopard people get together as a family companion. Great to see that Alpen Eagle really shows about the true value of the Chopard, the family and love and nature.
真的啊，就是自己推进，有没有？